Shalom! Welcome to
Shalom.
LJ Spurs Chat. My guest this evening is Big John from Bethnal Green. How are you, John? All right, Mush? John?
Sweet as a nut, Lou. Sweet as
Good
a
lad.
nut. Yeah.
Right.
All right, mate.
First of all, I just want to say fair play to you for coming on here, John, tonight, because we're both probably expecting a bit of backlash. So I do admire you for coming on here, and thank you for asking me to interview you about a subject that many people will not know about, and the subjects that many I feel might know about but are too frick to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I'll start,
Definitely, Lou.
I'll start off, John, just by asking, what made you first start to want to say, sort of, start investigating into these other channels, John? What made you start it in the first place?
I watched another content creator highlight the fact of a big Tottenham channel buying subs. I didn't know nothing about it, Lou. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I just thought YouTube was YouTube, and I
Yeah.
thought everything was organic. Then I watched that other person expose the Tottenham channel and thought to myself, wow, that don't seem fair. I'm watching all the other little channels at the same time as I'm watching this big Tottenham channel, and I'm wondering why they're not getting the subs.
Oh, the
And
smaller ones, yeah.
yeah, I watched loads of small. I used to love my smaller channels because it was a variety of opinions, you know. And everyone likes a bit of variety in their life, don't they?
Yeah, of course
And
I do, yeah.
and well, it just started me off on looking at these other channels, the bigger channels who have only been here 2-3 years, and they've got so many subs that it would take other channels 8 years to get.
So this buying subscribers is a thing. Is it a legal thing, John?
Um, well, 100% channels buy subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a legal thing? It goes against YouTube terms and conditions in certain ways, doesn't it? Um,
Yeah.
but it's fake growth. It's not
Not
organic
organic.
growth,
Yeah.
you know. And for us, you're a little channel. All the other people that I watch were little channels. A lot of friends that I used to, or acquaintances that I know, were all little channels. And you would rather grow slow and true.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the long and short of that answer. To be honest with you, Lou, without going deep dive into it, but
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. This is probably a stupid question, really, but have you contacted any of these larger so-called channels about it? Or do you think
no,
it's nah?
no, I wouldn't even bother talking to them. To be honest, I don't frequent anywhere where they go. I don't frequent nowhere where non-organic people are. I like authentic, real people. So
So, John, do you believe then that there's sort of a clique, and this clique, this cartel, or however you want to name it, don't like anyone else to even have the chance to grow their own channel? For example, I've heard about taking up all the airtime, so the smaller channels don't get a look in. Is that true in your opinion?
yeah, I think so. Some groups only help each other out. They don't want
Hmm.
new voices, but fans want choice. They don't want the same lot every time. And what you've got on YouTube at the minute is the algorithm picking up the same the same 5 or 6 channels with the same presenters, platforming the same agenda, the same view, and and you're not getting variety. You're not getting enough variety, are you? I mean, look at how many channels there are on YouTube, And if you go into your search bar and type for a Tottenham channel, they're going to totally go over the smaller channels and promote the big channels.
Right. Can you just quickly explain
And
to
then
some
big
people?
channels, and
Yeah,
then
go
big
on.
channels. Sorry, though. I was going to
That's
say,
right. Can you just
them big channels are only there. Go on.
no, sorry, John. Can you just quickly explain before we carry on what the because people might not know. I only know because you told me, but what the algorithm is and what it does. Because people might not
The
know.
algorithm, it it's a computer program, right? That picks out the most viewed, the most engagement, and it throws it at you as a
Oh, right.
recommended channel to watch because they think you might like that channel. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I get you, yeah. What I've got to ask, John, is a bit of an uneasy one, but what would you say to those who will no doubt say that you're just jealous of these other bigger channels' success? Because that's what they're going to say, aren't they?
Well, do you know what? It's not envy. It's not jealousy. It's about
Mm,
truth, isn't it? It's
yeah.
about truth. Fake numbers ain't real success, Lou. I just want fair play for fans and creators. That's the simple truth of it. You know, there's no ranting. I'm not against anybody making money in this world, right? But I just want people to have fair play for fans and creators. Simple as that, Lou.
So just a fair chance for everyone.
Yeah, just a fair playing field. I
Yeah.
mean, you're a small time creator, like I'm a small time creator, like I know other small time creators, and it's not a fair playing field, is it? As soon as you come onto YouTube, you know, you're
Mm.
not getting you're not getting the exposure that the other channels are getting because they've took up the airwaves with everything you can imagine. They're on 3 times a day for 3 hours a day, and then they go on to the next platform. They go on to the next platform, and the algorithm is picking them up and throwing it out. And us fans ain't getting a fair. Us viewers ain't getting a fair whack of what YouTube really is. We're just getting pushed this manipulated, horrible version of the Spurs community.
So what you're saying is, so I can try and make it clear for people, is so. For example, you're saying that you some big channel will go on, and then 2 hours later another channel will go on, and so on and so forth. But they're all connected.
They're all
Therefore,
connected with the same
yeah,
people on,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And someone proved me wrong. Someone proved me wrong because I'm not understanding how people ain't seeing it with their own eyes. All they're doing is seeing with their own eyes the same collective of, you say 5 people, but we can make it into like 10 people. You know, the same 10 people on the same 10 shows with the same guests who are part of the cartel without mentioning any names. It's always life revolves around them, and it's not variety, is it? Come on, it's not variety.
I know you've sort of spoke about when we was talking before we agreed to do this interview. I know you was talking about you've brought this up before. So have you had any calls or messages or have you got any negative feedback or let's just call it any shit for your views or like this, John? And if so, I know you can't go
Yeah,
into
Lou.
detail.
Yeah,
Have you
I
had
have.
any back? Have you?
Yeah, I've done a video in February,
Mm.
which I've got about 250 blocked phone numbers on my phone, just malicious calls.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I've got I'll give you the last recent one was if I walk down Tottenham High Road, I'm going to get stabbed in the chest.
Serious?
You know
What,
what I
just
mean?
because of your views?
You got to. Well, just because of my views, yeah, just because I've got an opinion, and well, you must know yourself. Like, I bet I can go to the comments now, and there'd be someone in trolling. You know, straight away. One,
Yeah.
two. Look, the third comment, trolling. You know what I'm saying, Lou? I go back onto private chat now, but look, again.
Well, this is a sort of a.
Someone does
This
not
is a
like
sort of.
a point of view.
Maybe it's the content you actually put out and how you come across, mate. I've nothing against you. I actually want you to do deal, but it's comedy gold, and I feel sorry for people around you. Oh, that's the
That's
one that
what I'm
commented
saying, Lou.
on.
And that was the start. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, just trolls everywhere you go. That
Yeah.
just goes to
You know,
prove a
you
point,
can't-
doesn't it?
yeah, that's
You
what I
know,
said.
it goes to
You know,
the point.
I know you can't mention anyone's names, and we've agreed not to do any of the names. But do you know anyone else that's got? I'm just trying to delve in here. Do you know anyone else that did have a channel that got so much shit, sort of what you were talking about, and ended up saying, "Oh,
I
sorry,"
know,
and take the channel down?
I know two content. Yeah, I know two content creators who had to go off because of abuse and the bullying side of it. There's actually there's actually two content creators now who are still on in the Spurs community that received abuse, bullying, and verbals from the parasocial subscribers from the other channels. And I've seen it firsthand. Orchestrated troll attacks. It's too much to go. Well, it's not too much to go into. If we want to get right deep dive into it, some of these
Yeah,
channels have got an hardcore parasocial fan base, and they've built up this imaginary relationship with the content creator, and then they go and abuse the other content creator who's got a different opinion. Yeah.
yeah,
So when I come on and expose them and do a video, that's just my opinion. It's YouTube. I can say whatever I want. It's my channel. I
yeah,
don't expect to get someone telling me I'm going to be stabbed in the chest at White Hart Lane. I don't expect for someone to say to me, I'm going to grass you up to the police for something that you didn't do wrong. You know,
yeah.
it's just total madness.
So
And
basically, sorry, as I said in my on my video earlier, everyone's got a right to reply. Yeah, Danny's right. Keyboard warrior. See, I've just that other geezer that was on here, Sonny J. I've barred him because he's just kept giving a few comments. I've barred him. He's obviously a troll. But as I said in my interview, John, not interview, sorry, my video before this, you're entitled to your opinion. That's why I was happy to do the interview with you. If you're incorrect, I'm not saying you are because I know you know a lot of your stuff, but all they got to do is contact me and say, Louis, I'll give you my point of view. There shouldn't be any threats. I mean, that's just stupid. And if there are
yeah,
people watching that have had to take their channel down, I think that's really bad because that's another mental health thing, isn't it?
yeah.
Do
Do you know what?
That's exactly what Milton's hit the thing on the head there. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
You
the
only
point
express your point of
the
view.
point is, Lou, everyone is entitled to their own opinion
Yeah,
and to express their own opinion, but you don't expect the actual threats of violence. You don't expect to be branded like the other Spurs content creator got branded by a big content creator who I was talking about earlier. He got branded racist. He got branded paedophile. They actually, and it was still on his channel 2 months ago in community posts, you know, for all these subscribers to see.
Mm.
It's, mate,
I sort of
I'm,
don't understand this. I sort of understand what he's trying to say. I think he's basically saying, understand why you're doing this, but why don't you and Johnny then get confused? Are you basically saying we should just carry on? They'll get exposed in time. I think that's what he means.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah, probably.
he's right, yeah, but I think I mean we're only a bit through the interview, mate. So I'm just going to guess here, but I think John wants to express his opinions mainly for those smaller ones in the past that have had to take their channels down due to the threats and that. Am I right there, John? Because
Yeah,
it's like
and for the channels that have been subdued
Hmm.
by the algorithm, because they've just took the algorithm. If we want to go on to the next subject of um, a group of people buying a channel,
Oh yeah,
they
oh,
didn't
yeah, go
just,
on.
they didn't just start a channel from zero. They bought a channel with 25,000 subscribers
Okay.
when individually they've got a subscriber base of 20,000, 37,000, 30,000. They could quite easily have started an organic channel and add them subscribers all go over and subscribe organically. No one would have had a problem.
Mm.
But when you buy a channel with 25,000 subscribers already there, don't you think there's something wrong there?
Yeah.
You
Danny's got it
know?
there. John, let me ask you this, because obviously I'm trying. I got to try and ask questions that I imagine that want me to ask about the hours thing. We're going back a bit now, but you know about when we were saying you were saying about they're taking up all the hours, right?
Yeah.
Well, one person I won't mention his name because I think this came up before, and his response was, "It doesn't matter about being on at the same time. If people want to watch you, then they will, regardless of when we're on." I'm
Yeah.
going to guess you're going to say, "Well, the smaller channels don't get a chance." Sorry, I'll just let you answer. That's what I thought.
Yeah. People will watch you. They will find you.
Mm.
What can you say to that answer? Yep, that's fair play saying that. But at the same time,
The
that's
smaller
one of the
channels don't get a chance, will they?
that's one of the people that's manipulating the algorithm via one of 5, 6 channels, because some of these content creators haven't just got one channel, they've got 3 channels, and they're totally manipulating the algorithm, and manipulating it with the sub buying and the sub dripping and everything else, and that's what I'm saying. No one gets a look in. Even if you did have the hours there, you type in Tottenham Hotspur into your search engine on YouTube and try and find me little channels. Go and find me now. I'll ask any viewer, go and find me a little channel now. In your first 10 subject matter, 20, 30, a page of 30 searches, you go and try and find me a small time YouTube Spurs channel.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, from what you're saying is you just want small channels, large channels, medium-sized channels. Let's say everyone to
Yeah,
have the similar playing field.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what you're
I mean,
saying.
I'll, I'll, I'll give you an instance of I will say a channel name,
Yeah,
but I'm only going to do it as an example, right? After 2 years of being in the Spurs community, it was only 3 months ago that someone said to me, "Have you heard of this channel?" Which was Also Spurs. No,
mm.
because I couldn't find them on the YouTube search engine. I could not find them. All the times I've searched for little channels, I couldn't find them.
Yeah.
But you know,
Um, can you quickly, John, explain what do you mean by the analytics on YouTube briefly for people that don't know, please, man?
the analytics, right?
Yeah.
The analytics is something that all us YouTube content creators have got in the YouTube studio. So we can see who watches us, when they watch us, and we can see views, we can see engagement, we can see the geography of where our viewers come from. We can see on what devices they're being used. So, for instance, I've got a video that was shared over 1,000 times in a WhatsApp group and a Discord group, which I've never used before. So someone's put my link in, they've sent it to a friend, the friend sent it along to someone else, the friend sent it along to someone else. That's what analytics basically does. So we can see everything the viewer does regarding our channel.
Can
That's
you
analytics
see?
in a nutshell.
Can you see the subscribers on that?
We can only see our own subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Now, with regards to seeing other people's subscribers, you can use a third-party website to see up-to-date subscribers, views, engagement, and stuff like that.
All right. When it comes to this buying fake subscribers, yeah, aren't YouTube supposed to do something about this? And if they are buying these fake things, the bigger channels, how are they getting away with it, John?
Do you know what? I didn't know nothing about buying subs until I watched the exposure video on another Tottenham channel, and I went down the route of, oh my God, let's have a look at this. Everyone would, you're just starting out on YouTube, and you think to yourself, wow, I didn't realise there were so many companies selling packages where they organically drip subs, views, and comments into your channel to build your channel up. So for 1,500 quid, I think I might have sent you an email to show you yourself personally that for 1,500 quid, you can get 10,000 subs, organic subs, views, and comments, from a sub farm. And
But
these sub farms are growing. They're growing at such a rate that they're opening up in all different countries. So you've got Russian sub farms, Malaysian sub farms, Thailand sub farms, Chinese sub farms, where they're just farming out the subs, the views, the comments, the likes. And some of these comments can be AI generated to make them look real.
So if someone buys that many subs, John,
Yep.
how do YouTube not click onto that?
They do click onto it, Lou, but they don't want to say nothing because a lot of channels, it's not just the football genre, it's the old of YouTube. There's so many YouTubers buying these packages from around the world that if they run a policing campaign, then what would happen is it'd make YouTube look bad. And if YouTube looks bad, then the advertisers would be taking their money back and wanting their money back, wouldn't they?
And I suppose, yeah, he's right there. So I suppose then, now you said that, I suppose also the bigger channels, if they're buying these subscribers, it's making their channel grow. And I suppose if their channel grow, YouTube make dough. Yeah, so they won't do nothing. Is that right?
Yeah, but the thing is, Lou, some of these bigger channels, they've got. I'm not saying they've bought every single sub.
No.
They've got their hardcore subscriber base.
Yeah.
But they're padding it out for YouTube clout.
Right.
Which means, for one thing, as a viewer, if you're typing in the search engine and you're looking at a channel with 20,000 subscribers versus a channel with 1,000 subscribers, you're going to think to yourself, oh, do you know what? I watched the channel with 20,000 subscribers because they've got 20,000 subscribers. They must be more professional than the one that's got 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Of
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could buy comments.
Yeah. You can buy AI generated comments
and views.
and views. You can buy the whole package, Lou. Like a package for YouTube, you know? And it
It's so,
goes up to when the guy emailed me, because I was doing research, and I emailed the fella back and said, well, give me your price list. And 20,000, I think it worked out. He wanted £2,000 for 20,000 subscribers, plus a year's worth of views, comments, likes, all organically drip fed. So it gets fed into the algorithm very slowly, so they don't pick it up.
yeah. So that's how they get away with it. It's drip fed. It's put in slowly, not just like 1,000 bang in 24 hours, something like that.
Yeah, it's drip fed slowly in hundreds normally, or
Hundreds.
below hundreds.
That's crazy. I think you made yourself quite clear, John. It's interesting, isn't it?
Do you
What
know what?
advice would you give though? Go on, John. Say it. Go on.
Do you know what, Lou? I've found it so interesting that I've come to the conclusion that YouTube, what I said before, I've got to reiterate that YouTube will never stop it because it's bad for them.
Yeah, because they won't make money. Yeah.
Because the guy a minute ago just said when YouTube, well, I was on the bottom, YouTube need to get wise. They know all about it. They're not stupid. But remember, they're selling, they get paid. YouTube get paid from pushing the adverts. So they get paid regardless, you know? And all that ends up is these channels have to feed their egos, pad themselves out. And I'm not blaming no one. You got to earn your money somehow.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it in a really unfair way, which pushes other, because we're Spurs fans and we're Spurs community, we should all be brothers and sisters, helping each other out. That's the way I look at the whole of life. We should all be helping each other out. But when it comes to not being fair, that's when it gets my goat. And I had to say something. And I hold my hands up. I'm the one that said it.
Answered my next question, John. My next question was going to be, what's your issue with it? Why do you feel so strongly about it? And how's it affecting you? But I think I already know. You just want to see. You just want to see. I'm guessing it, but you just want to see the smaller channels have a chance.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for is the smaller channels to be.
Yes, Dan. Yeah.
To not be ignored by the algorithm. What is being manipulated? I mean, if we take the the group of people, content creators, who bought the channel for 25 with 25,000 subs, they've already got a channel each, right? And they've already got a big number of subs each. So why didn't they just have an organic channel and ask their subscriber base to come over and subscribe? My point being is that you can't ask bulk drip fed subs to come over to subscribe. You can ask your hardcore subscriber base to come over. Fair play, yeah. But you couldn't ask 37,000, could you? Because half of them 37,000 are not real subscribers. You know?
What advice would you give, John? Knowing all this now, what you've done, what advice would you give anyone out there who wants to start up their own Spurs channel? Because they don't bother now.
No. You know what, Lou? Keep it real. Be yourself. Talk like a fan and don't copy. Stay steady. Stay true. And the right folk, hopefully, will come to you. You know what I mean? And if they don't, then that's their, you know what I mean? The right folk will come along to watch her. But we're smaller channels. It will take years for us to grow. I don't really count myself as a Spurs channel, Lou. I don't primarily talk about Tottenham football, the strategy, like your channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it's your channels, the original little channels, that we should be having the variety to choose and pick what we watch. You know, because I started off my channel because I wanted people to have views, and I thought I would get loads of different people having their view. But it turns out I've got to tell you straight. I found out that there's a lot of shit to beds. You know what I mean? It was all good and well me doing the channel, but no one wanted their view being broadcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because no doubt you must have talked to other people about this, John, and you've been brave enough to come on and be the one.
Oh, do you
Put
know
your neck.
what, Lou? Before I started off my channel, I had quite a few friends who were content creators,
Mm.
and they all got smaller channels. But as soon as I started opening my mouth and exposing the wrongdoings, they're nowhere to be heard. Shit the beds.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So whether you think they manipulated me and I was naive when I come onto YouTube, but I just like fair play and honesty. You know what I mean? And if you don't like fair play and honesty, then you probably won't like my channel.
Well, John, it's been interesting. Certainly opened a few people's eyes. I bet it opened my eyes. Is there anything else you'd like to add? So I haven't got any more questions here.
Pardon, if you've got any more questions, Lou, I'd like to ask you a question, Lou.
Go on then.
Did you think YouTube was going to be this easy or this hard? Or what did you think about YouTube when you first come onto it? Because I found your channel after doing must be about 2 weeks of searching for a small Spurs channel to watch who was of the same age group. And do you know, it took me like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to find you, Lou, your channel. It didn't
I'll
just
tell you
pop
why I
up.
started doing it, John, right? I don't know a lot about YouTube, right? I came on here because people that know me from bloody hell from years ago used to call me an absolute Spurs nut. I'm not as bad as what I used to be. You mellow out when you get older, but I used to be a Spurs nut. I'd get angry at every, you know what I mean? I was obsessed with it. So I thought, someone said to me, why don't you go on YouTube? Yeah, that's a good idea, look. And so, John, I went on there because everyone goes, well, you know a lot about it. Keep at it, keep at it. And I thought, yeah, I'll go on YouTube. My eyes have been opened, John. Put it that way. I don't find it hard. I find it. I find it a lot. It is a lot of work. It does take up a bit of time, doesn't it, to do
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah,
I never knew. I never envisaged. I never dreamt that you'd have. Well, you've seen me post 2 videos in the last year with the same heading, YouTube Wars.
yeah,
I think that's absolutely mental because, as you said earlier in the interview, there we're all supposed to be the same. I never would have envisaged people having to. I don't want to use the word, but cheat by buying subscribers or views or likes or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It has opened my eyes, but at the same time, it won't never stop me doing it because I like doing it.
yeah,
You know, I've met you through here, but my other people, I've met Milton through here, and a few of the we've got a few regulars on, haven't we now? But
yeah,
like that, Simon, we support. It won't stop me doing it. But now I know about all this. You know, hopefully we're still alive in 10 years' time, John, and we'll have 1,000 subscribers.
yeah. You know what, Lou? I find it very frustrating when as a viewer, I'm
Mm,
watching the smaller channels that have got a lot to offer.
mm,
They've got so much to offer with their views. Like I could never have. I can't speak like the guests that you have on. Yeah, some of them are quintessential. Absolutely talk about Spurs in the most wonderful terms, and they see the football game as they see the football game. And I think smaller channels should totally be pushed, you know. And it's a shame that the algorithm has been manipulated this bad within the Spurs community, within the football communities, because they all do it. It's
Yeah.
not just Spurs; it's Arsenal do it. Yeah, you type into the search bar Arsenal football channels. I can tell you off the top of my head who you're going to see straight away.
Mm.
You know, and this is where they all copy each other. They've all got this formula that they use. You know,
To keep it
and
amongst themselves, so to speak.
yeah, to keep it because no one likes competition, do they? You know,
I
and
just
this
think
is
there's room for everyone, you know what I mean? But if it is right and they are like a click, then obviously I'm just trying to think as I'm going along in this interview. I'm just trying to think to myself, they're just thinking, we're just here to make money. Like this, I was going to say, when you was on about that other one that bought the channel or something, they're probably just going to turn around and go, we saw an opportunity to make more money. Fuck
yeah.
'em.
It's
You
do
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what? I'm not knocking anyone for
And
wanting to
I,
make money,
and it's
right?
at the end of this interview, basically, I've gathered that this you don't give a shit about how much money they make, blah 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 blah. You just want to see a fair playing field, an even playing field
Yeah,
for the
but
smaller
when
towns to be able to grow.
exactly, look, exactly. But do you know what? You could have said someone was paranoid, but they've exposed themselves when they bought a channel with 25,000 subs. And I've never watched the channel myself, so I really can't comment on the content. But I bet you any money at the end of the show, they divert to another channel or they've come from
I
their
know
own.
what channel you're on about, John. I'll tell you, I've watched it a couple of times, right? And I don't mind saying on here, I ain't going to watch it again because they all end up arguing with each other. It got really bad the last time. It
But
actually got
is
really
it,
bad. They was really arguing with each other bad. I thought, bloody hell, I thought they were supposed to be mates.
see, is that a manipulated argument for the channel? Because drama sells. Drama
Oh, you
sells
mean
on YouTube.
fake arguing, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, fake arguing. I mean, look, when I at the same time as me doing the exposure video or videos,
Yeah.
it was also a social experiment, right?
Okay.
So if you treat it like a social experiment and doing your video, that got the most clicks and the most views.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying, Lou? So when we've got, and that's what you're fighting against as well. You're fighting against not just the algorithm picking up the diverted traffic and the traffic funneling. You're fighting the clickbait.
That's another thing we was going to talk about. Yeah, I forgot about that. The clickbait.
You
Yeah.
know, you're fighting the clickbait because I've watched channels. I've turned them on myself as a viewer, and the clickbait is just nothing to do with what they're talking about, and and it's totally mad. You know, like the latest clickbait I see was Amanda Staveley walks away from Tottenham, and no, we turned her down, but the clickbait was Amanda Staveley, the keyword, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
So,
all the other channels in their little cartel will use very similar terms. And when you talk about analytics and being having a channel, there's something called we we can tag our videos,
right.
right? So when we tag our videos, we can just say Tottenham Hotspur, Spurs. I do it quite frequently in my video titles, so people are aware that it's a tagging thing. But these bigger channels, they use the same tags with each other. So when they're in the little cartel WhatsApp group, they all tag the same way and they use the same 15 tags.
All right.
So what it does is it matches the person who's viewed the channel with the next channel who's got the same set of tags or the same sort of clickbaity titles. That's
Mm-hmm.
another way of diverting traffic. That's all good and well. That's not against the rules, you know. That's not against the rules. But when you're manipulating the algorithm and then doing that at the same time, the smaller channels are not getting heard.
Yeah.
You know, they're just not getting heard, Lou. And it's nothing to do with jealousy. It's nothing to do with envy. It's just fair play. I like to
Yeah.
watch it. I just wanted Spurs fans to have a variety of channels. Simple as that.
Mm.
You know?
How long do you reckon it'd take then, John, if you'd done it organically then? A small channel. What about those people out there? I mean, with me, for example, this is like a hobby to me, so I'll just keep doing it because I like doing it. But what about those smaller YouTubers out there trying to do a Spurs channel and they're getting disarmed? How, how long? How long would you say it's going to take them to get up to a, I don't know, reasonable subscriber count of 1,000 or whatever?
What,
Because
a
some people out
reasonable
there don't know.
subscriber count to make a bit of extra pocket money?
Yeah,
Because you ain't doing nothing for nothing, and you need to get a bit of cash in. Everyone needs to get a bit of cash in. I would say it would take an organic person who's honest and real. I think it would take them about 4 years before they would get to the point of being monetized. 3 to 4 years.
maybe longer
And
than that age.
that's conservative for free.
Yeah.
You know, or conservative, is that the right word? It's probably not the right word.
That
Probably
is, yeah.
nudging it, you know. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask. I was going to say 5. That's what I
Yeah.
got told when I first started doing it. It just said stick at it, Lou. You take your 5 years. But my attitude is, it's a hobby. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, well, I've seen the French channel grow from 0 to just over. I think he's got about 1,300 subs now in about 3.5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And I first see him on another big Spurs channel in the comments, saying to people he's going to get a channel together. And then when I see the actual channel come out, I was one of the first subscribers.
Was you?
You know, and I've watched him grow. That's one of the people that made me think this ain't fair, because another channel started up at the same time as him, and you could tell they was buying subs. They was getting subs at such an extraordinary rate, and now they're great big channel with over 30,000 subscribers. What does Daniel say? Your channel allows three Spurs supporting schoolmates to chat honestly about our club. Then add John and Milts to the chat. Makes for a great channel. Couldn't give a shit what others say. I love watching News Free without me.
We just
You
muck
know,
about.
I actually love it. It's the quintessential Spurs fans. Everyone's got a different opinion. All fucking crazy. All love Spurs and all lovely people.
There you go. Big up, John.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.
We all like the same thing, didn't we, Chav?
Yeah.
I'll just put that on there quickly. Right, and John, I'll tell you what, you've got a lot of balls for coming on here saying that. Fair play to you. Do you know what I mean? I think it was fair. And
we could talk about the Intercontinental Cockney Derby, couldn't we?
yeah, we could talk about while we're on here.
It wouldn't be the same without Daniel or Simon or Milton.
I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna win, John.
6-1.
I don't know if Muani will start because Thomas Frank did say that he's not fully fit yet. So I'm expecting the Kudos to start. My little mate Chavi to start, and I think that Muani might be on the bench. I'm guessing here, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think we got more than enough to West Ham, and I think that mate.
What West Ham player are you most frightened of, Lou?
Bowen.
Jared Bowen. Yeah.
But he's up against Jed Spence, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think that there should be a feel. I think there should be a real good feel factor around Tottenham at the minute with the players that are brought in. I've said it many times on this show. When you're standing there on the training pitch and you see 2, 3 quality players coming in that you've known have joined, it gives everyone a lift. And we did need some desperate surgery up front, up the top end of the pitch. And I think when we've got a fully fit squad, and when eventually Thomas Frank gets his way of playing into the squad, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, and, you're playing on the.
But West Ham, I say they'll win, but they'll make it hard because it's their cup final, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
Oh,
is
so
their cup final.
I'm just reading this one on, John. It's not a nice one, but it's called YouTube. It's in the name. Facebook, being there from time. No different there. No disrespect. New world order can mess with your head.
That goes over my head, Lou.
Yeah, I think he's too intelligent for me.
Yeah. The same here, Lou. Do you know what I mean?
There's no point bringing intelligence on it unless it's about football, my friends, because it will go
Can
over
I add
the
one thing, Lou, before we finish?
Go on, mate. Yeah, go on.
All the stuff that I was saying about the sub buying, yeah. I just wanted to say how I come to that conclusion, because we haven't talked about that.
Go on,
So I
mate.
just thought I'd add it in. Is that I took a third-party website, Social Blade,
Yeah.
where you can get all the analytics, and I know it's all rounded up numbers, but what I also done was fed it with 2 months worth of screenshots regarding all the channels that I've researched.
Right.
And I've put it all into the AI, each channel in turn, and I've asked it to point me out what's organic and what's a red flag. And I've compared it to an organic channel of the same stature.
Right.
And that's how I've come out with the figures that I've come out with. So I have got proof via AI graphs that I've had AI draw me up, but I've not gone out there to prove anybody to been buying subs. It is just that's how it's come out in the mix. You know, I've actually put channels in there that I thought were organic channels from other genres, and they've come out as buying subs as well. And it shows you.
Bloody hell, it sounds like everyone's at it.
The AI, it's rife within the YouTube community, Lou, in every genre. It's not just football, it's YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, and YouTube need to police it. YouTube need to
They
police it
do,
properly.
because I'm just thinking now, if anyone's watching this and they're either a really small channel just starting or they're thinking about it, they might say, "Oh fuck it, what's the point?"
No, because if you're authentic and you're real and you've got something to talk about and you believe it, go for it. Just go for it. You know what I mean?
Spurs, West Ham won. Kudus a goal and assist. Porro a goal, and hopefully someone will get a BJ.
Everyone likes a bit of BJ. That's what I'm saying, Lou.
I don't think BJ will start, Milton. I don't think he will, mate. I think this could be the start of him being left out of the team.
Yeah, same here. I think he can be I think he'd be a great
impact player.
a great rotational player for the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
But he needs a kick up the arse.
He does. He needs to kick himself up the arse, Lou. Sometimes he's lazy.
But I'm looking forward to the game. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here.
And we hopefully got all our players fit. I think he said everyone was okay. It's just now a case of, what team, because he did say that he's still getting to know his players. I'm going to try and be really patient, John, because it's going to take him a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's clubs. I think I've said before, he didn't hit the ground running, so it does take his time. But we all know he'll get there. He's a good manager, good coach.
Yeah. Last comment, Lou.
Right, it's the real. I can talk football and be very happy. I'm very old. Score 49, 59, bam. I'm still finding my way, but I ain't for this. Do your thing one life. Yeah, man. You're saying you're very old school, 59. Bloody hell. I'm 51. I'm not very old. Surely we're not very old, John.
Oh, do you know what, Lou?
I'm not old. I'm not very old. I'm old. We're the same age, aren't we, John?
Exactly, yeah, near enough to say age, Lou.
But yeah, you're right there, mate. Do your thing one life. Just keep plodding along.
Yeah.
And keep supporting the Spurs. We've come this far. That's about it then, John, isn't it?
Yeah, I've hope we've cleared it up for everybody.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to get any
it would be nice to get some feedback in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, after
Oh, he's missed it. You'll have to rewind it. Yeah, rewind it, my friend.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hear. It'd be nice to hear in the comments if other people want a variety of channels to watch instead of the mainstream manipulated algorithm.
Well, as I said,
You know?
John, in the video before, if any of these channels think it's them what is being talked about, they're quite welcome to come and chat with me on here, and I will listen to what they got to say. But for everyone else, I hope you found it interesting, because I actually found it quite interesting. John's the technical brains of the outfit here. I just sit here.
Fuck's sake, Lou.
All right then, everyone. I'll see you on Sunday night when hopefully we're celebrating a Spurs win. Shalom. Come on, you
Shalom.
Spurs.